So why am I even going to sugarcoat it? Let's get straight to the business. Questions. Okay. Question number 1. We are starting with one of my favorites. It's a fact or a fiction. Kangaroos cannot walk backwards. We have 2 options. Obviously, fact, fiction. What do you think? We know that kangaroos are magnificent creatures who can hop around real high. They're tall creatures with long tails. They can hop around, hoppity hoppity hop, as much as they want. And kangaroos are cute. And they have a pouch for their little babies. But can kangaroos walk backwards? Can they? I mean, with all that, hopping, can they hop backwards? It's questionable, right? I mean, all animals could somehow reverse. We can walk backwards. I mean, the moonwalk is literally a moonwalk. It's literally a fancy way to reverse yourself. But can kangaroos do it? That's the real question. Kanga, 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 kanga. With that big, ginormous tail they have, can they? You know what? I'm going to say that it's a fact that kangaroos cannot walk backwards.
The answer is fact.
See? Correct! Did you know that kangaroos can't walk backwards? Like, now we know that they cannot walk backwards. You want to know why? It's because, have you noticed that kangaroos, they have different sort of feet? It's very, it's like a heel. It's very hind, and it has a very odd shape. And because of this feet, it can't move backwards. Also, kangaroos, like I mentioned before, have ginormous tails. Those things can grow up to 4 feet. Imagine the size of that tail. And so it's difficult for kangaroos to move backwards with a ginormous tail and their odd feet. So all they can do is hop forward, but not backward. Okay? Good. 1 down, 5 more to go. Question number 2. Name one of the main ingredients for 95% of lipsticks. What? Name one of the main ingredients for 95% of lipsticks. Color? Oh wait, all lipstick needs color. Then, what else? We'll check the options. Obviously, it's going to be one of the options. So, we'll go for the options. Option number 1, spider venom. Option number 2, fish scales. Option number 3, bug saliva. I am very confused. I know jelly beans have something to do with bugs. Lipstick. Is it spider venom? Is it fish scales? Or is it bug saliva? It can't be spider venom. Spider venom is not good for you. Right? Right? It's not good for you. So option 1 is out, way out. Then you have option 2, fish scales. At least it's not that harmful. It's not poisonous. I mean, we eat fish. We take the scales off, true, but then it's not that bad. And then you have bug saliva. Oh, doesn't bug saliva give you rashes and stuff? Who will put bug saliva into lipstick? And of course, 95% of it. 95? No. Not bug saliva. So I'm gonna go with the only option that I feel like it could make sense, and that's option number 2, fish scales.
The answer is
Fish scales.
Oh, thank God, it's option B. Oh my gosh. I would have had a heart attack here if it was bug saliva or spider venom used in 95% of lipsticks. Thank God it fish scales. So technically, vegan people cannot use lipsticks. At least 95% of the lipsticks. Because when you're vegan, you don't want anything to do with animals. You want them to be all peaceful and calm. So then you won't use lipstick. Because there's a 95% chance that the lipstick you're using could have fish scales in it. So yeah. If you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, lipstick could be a problem. You'll have to check into your ingredients when it comes to the lipstick and check whether it has any fish scales. If not, all good. If so, problem. Okay, let's move on to the third question. Which amongst the following does not have an expiry date? Option 1, jam. Option 2, butter. Option 3, honey. Which one amongst the three does not have an expiry date? Jam, butter or honey? Jam, of course, you make it out of fruit. Right, squashed fruit. So fruit expires, they get all perished. They are perishables. So that means jam would also be perishable. Then you have butter. You have milk, which butter is made of, and the milk gets spoiled. So I have a feeling that butter could be spoiled as well. So it has an expiry date. And then there's honey. Honey is produced by bees from sour nectar and all of that. So honey, I don't think honey gets spoiled. Honey doesn't get spoiled. Jam does because fruits are perishable. Butter does because milk gets spoiled. Honey does not. It doesn't have an ingredient that could go spoiled. So I'm going to say the answer is option number 3, honey.
the answer is
Honey.
See, now this is the thing that you should remember. Now, if your refrigerator has jam in it, make sure you check the expiry date and go through before which month should you eat off all the jam. So you won't be wasting jam. And the butter, same thing. Check the expiry date, check your fridge, write out this program, go straight to the fridge, check the expiry dates of jam, butter or anything else that is not honey. Okay? Then you check the expiry date, you know before what date should you eat it. Finish it off, otherwise it's going to go to waste in vain of money, in vain of food. Honey, no problem. So when you go to the store and you buy jam or butter, anything except honey, make sure you check the expiry date. Honey, of course, does not have an expiry date, but just to keep everything in a secure level, just to be a little preventive of a disaster that could happen, make sure you check the expiry date of honey as well. Now you know that honey does not have an expiry date. Proper honey does not have an expiry date. And did you know honey is used on other food to make sure it lasts long? When you want to stock some food, you put honey to it and then you keep it in the fridge. Does not mean that if you have a piece of cake that you want to keep for a month, you do not drizzle honey over it. I don't think that works. Do not try this. Understand? Okay. Oh. I asked you to check the fridge. I should act on what I preach. I'm going to go check the fridge and check whether my jam butter is expired already. And you go do the same thing. Cool? Right. I'll meet you right after I go check my fridge. Stay there by the time I come. Okay? Okay. My fridge is all good. There is not a single item that is gonna be expired within a month. Of course, the stuff like milk and all, as soon as you refrigerate it, like you open the packet, you refrigerate, you're supposed to consume it. So that's happening. So no problem, and hope your fridge is like that as well. If it isn't, don't worry, tell your parents, they'll take it care for you. Okay? They'll take care of it for you. Fourth question, true or false? The human eye has the ability to identify and differentiate over 10 million colors. True or false? The human eye has the ability to identify and differentiate over 10 million colors. Wow, 10 million colors? How did the primary colors evolve into 10 million colors? That's a lot of colors. So is it true? Can the human eye actually detect 10 million colors? Is it true? Is it false? I believe that the human eye is something extraordinary. We see colors, we see figures, we see things moving, we can focus real good. Some of us, we have to wear spectacles, but still, same thing. So I believe the human eye could be a window for thousands of colors, 10 million of colors. So I'm going to say this statement, stating that the human eye has the ability to identify and differentiate over 10 million colors, is option number 1, true.
The answer is
True.
See, I was correct. It's true. So remember, you should always protect your eyes. A device that gives you access to 10 million colors. Protect it, preserve it, take care of it. Now when it comes to school, you might sometimes throw your stationery around. A friend asks for a pencil, you throw the pencil. A friend asks for an eraser, you throw the eraser. Sometimes accidents could happen and that stationery could end up going to someone else's eyes. A piece of the pencil shaving could end up going into the eye and it could damage your eye permanently. Why take a risk? Just make sure you hand over it to you. And make sure your friend hands it over to you and you hand it over to them. The other thing is a lot of screen time. We have laptops, we have tabs, we have phones, we have PCs, we have all of these technology with big screens. We stare at the screens too much, our eyes could have a negative impact. Either you get different sorts of glasses or a separate type of screen for your computer or any other sort of device to make sure you protect your eyes. So at all times, take care of your eyes. Understand? Good. Question number 5, one before the last. How long is a giraffe's tongue? We have 3 options. 10 inches, 21 inches and 30 inches. 10 inches is about this much, sort of. 21 is this much, 30 is around this much, I think. So how long do you think a giraffe's tongue is? I know it's very thick. You know how they munch, how long? With the long necks and everything. So I believe it's very long. See, 10 inches seems a little too short for a giraffe. Don't you think? 30 inches seems a little too long for a giraffe. So I'll settle for the middle path and say that the answer is option 2, 21 inches.
the answer is
21 inches.
See? Correct. 21 inches. Ha 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 ha. And a real fun fact about a giraffe is that a giraffe could lick its own ears. The tongue is here, the ear is here. How can you stretch your tongue all the way from here, all the way here? How am I going to work? It's not long enough. So imagine how long a giraffe's tongue should be to, lick its own ears. That's a very, very long tongue. A very, very long one. Wow. Oh well, now we know a giraffe has approximately a 21-inch tongue. Alright, since the tongue business is done, let's move on to the sixth question, shall we? Okay. Oh, it's in the picture. The following names are of people who are greatly important to us. Match the picture with its name. Option A, C.W.W. Kannaicker. Option B, Mahatma Gandhi. Option C, Sir Arthur C. Clarke. Do we even need a break for this? Do we need time for this? This is none other than Mahatma Gandhi. Option 2.
The answer is
Mahatma Gandhi.
See? Told ya it was Mahatma Gandhi. Alright, now I've got facts for you. Listen carefully. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was an Indian activist who was the leader of the Indian independence movement against British rule. Employing non-violent civil disobedience, Gandhi led India to independence and inspired movements for civil rights and freedom across the world. The honorific Mahatma, which means venerable as in high-souled, and it is in Sanskrit, was applied to him first in 1914 in South Africa, is now worldwide. It's used worldwide. In India, he is also called Bapu, which means father, Papa, and Gandhiji, and known as the father of the nation, India. Born and raised in a Hindu merchant caste family in the coastal Gujarat, India, and trained in law at the Inner Temple, London, Gandhi first employed non-violent civil disobedience as an expatriate lawyer in South Africa. In the resident Indian community struggled for civil rights. So he was a person who led India towards its independence from the British rule. Also, Mahatma Gandhi's birthday falls on the 2nd of October and is commemorated in India as Gandhi Jayanti, a national holiday, and worldwide as the International Day of Non-Violence. Why? Because Mahatma Gandhi led a non-violence team towards winning the independence for India from the British rule. So there you go. We've been learning a lot about these important heroes in our lives. The ones who have brought independence to us, not just us, our neighboring countries and all over. People who contributed towards science, literature, art, Sinhala and all of this. I mean, it's not like we get to hear about all of them here and there, everywhere. Thanks to my teacher, all of us can learn about them. Right? Good. With that note, we're done with all of my 6 questions. Thank you so very much for helping me today. If not for you, I could not have done this. But if you have any questions or doubts or anything you want me to say or anything you have to ask, make sure you send that straight to that address right over there. Or send it to this through WhatsApp or Viber. Also, don't forget you can talk to me through Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. If you missed anything, you want a revision, you want to see a specific question, go straight to our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and of course, learn something new. Always try to learn something new. With that, my work is done, my homework's done. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. And trust me, I'll be having more homework. Till next time, W.